Hi guys, this is IGCSE O-Level Chemistry, Paper 22, Extended MCQs, Specimen 2023, Question 31. Which statement is correct? Atmospheric carbon dioxide is not a cause of climate change. Yes, it is. It is a greenhouse gas. Atmospheric carbon monoxide is produced by complete combustion of carbon-containing fuels. No, by incomplete combustion. Burning natural gas decreases the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. No, it is a hydrocarbon. It will increase the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And decomposition of vegetation causes an increase in atmospheric methane. Yes. When vegetable matter decays, it produces methane, and the methane content of the atmosphere increases. Methane is also a greenhouse gas. Therefore, option D is the correct option for this question. Question 32. A plastic combusts to form sulfur dioxide and hydrogen chloride. Both of these are acidic gases. How could both gases be removed from the air? Pass the gas over solid anhydrous cobalt to chloride. Cobalt to chloride would absorb water. This is not absorption for acidic gases. Pass the gases over solid damp calcium oxide. Yes, calcium oxide is basic in nature. It would react with the gases that would pass over them and it would remove them from air. Pass the gases through a catalytic converter. A catalytic converter has no effect on SO2 or HCl. Pass the gases through filter paper. Filter paper separates solids from liquids. It has no effect for gases. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option B. Question 33. Which equation represents photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the reaction of carbon dioxide and water. So CO2 and H2O. This produces C6H12O6. So 6 CO2 and 6 H2O, and it produces 6 moles of oxygen. So 6 moles of carbon dioxide react with 6 moles of water, producing glucose and 6 moles of oxygen. This makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 34. Which statement defines structural isomers? They are compounds with the same displayed formula but different molecular formula. No, they have the difference in displayed formula but same molecular formula. They are compounds with the same molecular and displayed formula. No, displayed formula has to be different. And displayed and different structural formula. If the structural formula is different, then the displayed formula will also be different. They are compounds with the same molecular formula but a different structural formula. Yes, this is the definition of isomers. They are compounds with the same structural formula but different displayed formula. Wrong. They should have different structural formulae. So this makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 35. Petroleum is a mixture of different hydrocarbons. Which process is used to separate the petroleum into groups of similar hydrocarbons? So if we are going to separate it into groups of similar hydrocarbons, that means we are supposed to distillate it. And the process of distillation that separates the different liquids present in petroleum is fractional distillation. This makes option C the correct option for this question. Question 36. Which equation representing a reaction of methane is correct? Methane plus chlorine gives chloromethane plus HCl. Yes, this is a substitution reaction that takes place in alkanes. And we've got methane plus chlorine adding on to methane. No, this does not happen with alkanes. We have methane plus chlorine producing dichloromethane and releasing hydrogen gas. No, HCl would be produced, not hydrogen gas. And we've got methane reacting with chlorine, producing chloromethane, chlorine and hydrogen. No, hydrogen chloride, HCl would be produced, not chlorine and hydrogen gases separately. So this makes option A the correct option for this question. Question 37. Ethanol can be produced by fermentation or by catalytic addition of steam to ethene. Which row shows an advantage and a disadvantage of each process? So fermentation, the advantage, batch processing is not an advantage. It is a slow reaction, not a fast reaction. Renewable raw material, yes, we can have the raw material as renewable. And the disadvantage of fermentation is batch process, no. Impure ethanol formed, yes, because the ethanol formed would be mixed with a lot of other materials. So it won't be pure ethanol. And for catalytic addition of steam to ethene, the reaction is fast. Yes. Pure ethanol is formed. Yes. But it would be mixed with other material like steam and all. So it's a faster reaction, which should be a better option. And the disadvantage would be we have got finite raw material. Yes, ethene is not naturally produced. We obtain it through cracking. So we have finite raw material present for this reaction. So this makes option D the correct option for this question. Question 38. Part of the structure of a polymer is shown. Now, since this polymer does not have any ester or amide bond, that means this is an addition polymer. And in order to isolate the repeat unit, we start from here and we have a repeating CCH3CH. So this is the repeat unit of this addition polymer. Which monomer is used to make this polymer? We can derive the monomer by introducing a double bond between the carbon atoms, one of them having a CH3 and a hydrogen atom attached to it, the other having a chlorine and a fluorine atom attached to it. So in option A, the one with CH3 has fluorine attached to it, making it incorrect. In option B, we've got CH3 and hydrogen on one carbon atom, chlorine and fluorine on the other carbon atom. So this is the correct option. In option C, we've got CH3 attached to the same carbon to which chlorine is attached, making it incorrect. And in D also, we have got CH3 attached to a carbon to which chlorine is attached, making it incorrect. Therefore, the correct option for this question is option B. Question 39. 5 steps in an acid-base titration are shown. Slowly add the acid from a burette into a conical flask until the indicator becomes colorless. Okay, this is not step 1. Add thymophthalene. This is before we start adding the acid. Use a volumetric pipette to add a fixed volume of alkali to a conical flask. Yes, this is the first step that should be performed when doing a titration. Read and record the initial volume of the acid in the burette. This is not the second step. Read and record the final volume of the acid in the burette. This is the final step. Okay, so we start with step 3. So this eliminates options A and D because they're starting with steps 2 and 4. So we start with step 3. The next step should be to add thymophthalene because we've already added the base. So step 2 should be the next step, not step 4. The third step should be step 4, which is read and record the initial volume of the acid in the burette. Yes, this is the initial volume that we have. And then the fourth step would be to slowly add the acid from the burette into the conical flask. This should be the fourth step. And the final step should be read and record the final volume of the acid in the burette. So the correct order for the acid-base titration is steps 3, step 2, step 4, step 1, step 5, which makes option B the correct option for this question. Question 40. A student does paper chromatography on a mixture of amino acids. The student sprays the dried chromatogram with a locating agent. What is the function of the locating agent? To dissolve the amino acids? No, not at all. To form colored spots on the amino acids? Yes. In order to visualize colorless compounds that have been separated using chromatography, we spray them with a locating agent that reacts with the species present and produces a compound that is colored. This is the color that we observe. So that is the function of the locating agent. Next, to preserve the amino acids, no, it is not a preservative. And to stop the amino acids reacting, the amino acids are not reacting, they are all separate because they have been separated via the process of chromatography. Hence, option B is the correct option for this question.